पङ्गुं लाङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं नमयों विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामी नामिने कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं कलुषायुतसक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, chapter number 5. We heard yesterday, after Prahlad Maharaj told Hiranyakasipu that till the time a person is not bathed by the dust of the lotus feet of pure devotees, one's mind cannot get attached to Krishna Bhakti. As soon as Hiranyakashipu heard this, he became so angry that immediately he pushed Prahlad out of his lap onto the floor. Even though he was a small boy, Hiranyakashipu could not tolerate Prahlad speak about Vishnu and Vishnu Bhakti. He told in extremely uncontrolled anger, his eyes were fiery like red, and he ordered all his subordinates, his subjects, just now immediately take this fellow away from me. This person is fit to be killed. I shall kill him. He is not fit to live in this world. He is the killer of my brother. And he has given up his own father. He is not following the order of his own father. And he is not, he's not listening to the words of his relatives, friends, family members. And even though he is a king or a prince, he has become a servant of Vishnu, who is the killer of my brother. So this person is not fit to be living. Now we'll continue from verse number 36. Vishnorva sadvasau किन्नु करिष्यत्य समंजसः सौहृदं दुस्त्यजं पित्रौर अहाद्यः पंचहायनः 5 वत्सरेर बालक हইয়াও এই কৃতজ্ঞ দুস্त्यज পিতৃমাত্র স্নেহ পরিত্যাগ করিয়াছে. Even though this fellow is only 5 years old, he is just 5 years old. He has no gratitude to his parents, his mother and father. He is not dependent on them. And even though he is such a small boy, he is ready to give up his mother and father. Usually small children, 5-year-old boy or a girl, they are dependent on the mother and father. They cannot do anything without mother and father. But here is a fellow who is 5 years old. He is totally behaving independently, and he has given up the love and affection of mother and father, which is extremely difficult. To give up the affection of mother and father by a 5-year-old is not easy, and he has given that up. Means he is kritagna, he has no gratitude. সুতরাং এই অবিশ্বাসী বিষ্ণুর প্রতিও যে সাধু ব্যবহার করবে তাহার বিশ্বাস কি, তাহাতে বিশ্বাস কি? So such a person who has no gratitude, who has no faithfulness to his own mother and father, how could anyone believe that he would be faithful to Vishnu also? This foolish fellow has no faithfulness to anyone. How can it be possible that he will have towards Vishnu also? Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary, Vishnu अविश्वसनीय अर्थात विष्णु के विश्वास करा যায় না, নিজে বুদ্ধিমান হইয়াও কি প্রকারে এই বালককে বিশ্বাস করিবেন? ইহা বলিতেছেন বিষ্ণুর্বা এই অবিশ্বাসনীয় বালক বিষ্ণুরই বা কোন উপকারে আসিবে. So this fellow is not having any faith to his own mother and father. What use this fellow will be to Vishnu? What kind of service will he be able to serve to Vishnu? Because the basic thing is that he has no faith towards his own mother and father, no gratitude towards them, and he has given up the affection of mother and father. So how could he even become subservient to Vishnu? You see, in this material world, this is a very common understanding. Many persons say that mother and father, they are like your first gurus. Mother and father, they have given birth to you, they have taken care of you, they have affectionately served you, they have done everything when you are totally dependent upon them. Therefore, it is your duty to serve your parents. That is the first duty of any child. My father has a friend, and when he heard that I have given up job, I have given up everything and came to join, this Gurudev's mission. When I met him later, he told me, you have not done the wise thing. You have not done the right thing. Not only him, because usually this is the general understanding. You have not done the right thing. You have to serve your parents. You have to serve your mother and father. What kind of gratitude you have towards your parents. If you are, they are old now, they are not able to do their activities, and you are completely stone hearted that you are not serving them, and instead you gave up everything and you are going to the ashram. I did not answer him because I know the general mentality is like, when you are of that age, even if you speak, it is very difficult for them to accept. And it is not appropriate also. Then the next time I met him, several years later, he told, okay, you don't want to work, you don't want to do job, it is fine. I am not forcing you to do job, but come and stay in the house. Why are you staying in the ashram? Come and stay in the house and serve your mother and father. If you don't want to work, don't work. If you don't want to get married, don't get married, no problem. But serve your mother and father. This is the prime duty, this is the principal duty of the child. And you are behaving like this because this is the common understanding. If you are not serving your parents, if you are not serving your mother and father properly, how God will be pleased with you? God himself is serving the mother and father. He is serving the parents. And if you don't do, then what kind of service are you doing to Krishna? This is the general understanding of the people. Hiranyakasipu is also telling the same thing. You have no faithfulness towards your own mother and father. How can you be faithful to Lord Vishnu ever? Impossible. We see in the life of Raghunath Das Goswami how he could not stay in the house even though he had lots of money, he had beautiful wife, so many things. The wife is not mentioned, but Apsara Samastri means no women could attract him. Money is there and women there, everything is there, but he was not attracted by anything. His parents were repeatedly trying to bring him back. His mother is telling to the father, Govardhan Majumdar, your son is running away repeatedly, tie him tightly with a rope. Then Govardhan Majumdar answers that he who cannot be bound by women, what can ordinary rope? Because money, women, false prestige, etc. are the bondages in the heart. They are more stronger. External bondage is very, very simple to break. Someone is tying you, you can break it. But the knots in the heart or the bondages in the heart, the desire to enjoy money, the desire to enjoy women, the desire to enjoy false prestige, very, very difficult. On whom Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had showered mercy, nobody in the world can stop. Let him do what he wants to do. Mother and father can only give birth to a fate of the child. They cannot change the, own son or daughter. They can only give birth. So, he has got the mercy of Chaitanya, let him go. Nobody can stop. So, ordinarily people think that if a person has not mother and father properly, how can he serve Vishnu? But the thing is that serving Vishnu itself includes the service to mother, father, brother, sister, the entire society, entire human race. Everything is within that. Yasmin tushte sarvamidam tushtam bhavati. Simply if Vishnu is satisfied, everything else, everyone else is satisfied. So, because Vishnu is in the root, whatever debts we have to the parents, whatever debts we have to the other demigods, to family members, to relatives, to friends, to other living entities, to the king, to the rulers, whatever debts we have, everything will be finished simply if we serve Supreme Lord. Achyutam. Because everyone is interconnected with the Lord. If He is pleased, everyone else is pleased. After Hiranyakashipu was killed by Nishinga Bhagavan, Prahlad Maharaj asks that a boon from Nishingadev, that please forgive the offenses of my father, because he behaved like this. He had, blasphemed you, and he spoke so many ill words against you. Please forgive him and deliver him from all the sins. What did he say? My dear Prahlad, what to speak of Hiranyakashipu? The 21 generations above and below, all of them are already delivered. Because he who had been killed by my hands, who had got my darshan at the time of death, how can he be, still in bondage? The thing is, Prahlad, you can see that he has not personally engaged in the service of his father, Hiranyakashipu. But Hiranyakashipu was delivered from all the sins simply because Prahlad performed Hari Bhajan. But those who are grossly materialistic, they will not be able to understand. Hiranyakashipu has lots of knowledge of the scriptures. It is not that he had no knowledge. Fully knowledgeable. But he is telling like this, that you have no faith. This fool has no faith to mother and father, no gratitude towards them, and he is ready to give up the love and affection of the parents. How could he become faithful to Vishnu at all? Paro apyagatam apyagatyam hitakrit yathaushadam swadehajo apyamayavat suto ahitam छिंद्यात तदंगम यदुतात्मनो अहितम शेषम सुखम जीवति यद विवर्जनात्. हितकर औषध बने जात हইলেও তাহাকে যেমন যত্নপূর্বক রক্ষা করা হয়, পরও হিতকারী হইলে তাহাকে আপত্য বোধ করা যায়. If herb that has a medical usage, that has medicinal value, is growing up in a forest, one will take care of it. There is a medical herb which is very, very essential. Even if it is growing in the forest, one will take care of it very nicely. And he is telling that if the child of some other parents are favorable to us, still he can be treated as our own son. Hitakari hoile means if he is favorable and if he is serving, then he can still be considered as our own son. अहितकर व्याधि जे प्रकार विनाश्य तद्रूप अहितकारी स्वीय देहजात पुत्र परित्यज्य. And if there is vyadhi means disease which is not good in the body, this body is mine and there is some disease in the body, we want to give up that disease. We want to be freed from that disease. In a similar manner, even though this person is born from me, he is a disease. Prahlad is my disease. I need to give him up because just like in the body there is a disease I don't want to keep. He is that disease. If someone else's child is favorable to me, it is good that I will treat him as my own child. But if my own son is against me, he is like a disease who is to be treated immediately. रोगग्रस्त कोनो व्यक्ति रहित कर कोनो अंग विशेष के পরিত্যাগ করিলে যেরূপ তাহার অবশিষ্ট অঙ্গ প্রত্যঙ্গ রক্ষা পায়, সেই প্রকার এই বালককেও ত্যাগ করাই সমীচীন। If one of the limbs of the body is infected, the doctor will say, your finger is infected with severe poison. It has to be amputated. Otherwise, this poison will go in the entire body and your body will be completely toxicated. So, in order to protect the rest of the body, the finger will be cut out, amputated. In a similar manner, in order to protect the rest of my people, this Prahlad is like that finger or a hand or a limb which is polluted, which is poisoned. There is no harm in cutting down that arm or that limb which has poison and which will spread poison in the entire body. So it makes sense to kill Prahlad. So Hiranyakashipu is so angered by Prahlad Maharaj's Vishnu Bhakti that he is now not treating Prahlad as I will accept other demon sons as my own son because they are favorable to me, but this fellow to me, I shall immediately kill him. He is just like a poisonous limb in the body, he is like a disease, want to immediately get rid of. Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary, then ei balak apnar putra ihake ki koriya vad kora jay. If one were to ask, this Prahlad is your son, how can we kill him? Because he ordered his subordinates, kill Prahlad immediately. This is only fit to be killed. So if one were to ask, he is your son, my dear king, how can we kill him? How can you think of killing him? তাতে বলিতেছেন পরহ আপি, পরের পুত্রও যদি ঔষধের মতো হিতকারী হয়, তাহা হইলে তাহাকে নিজের সন্তানের মতোই জানিবে। Even if other son, if there is son of some other person, is favorable to you or is of some use to you, just like a medicine, then you will immediately accept that medicine. Just like that, any demon son who is favorable, I shall accept as my son. It is okay, but আস্পদ ব্যক্তির কথা দূরে থাক, নিজের হস্ত পদাদি অঙ্গও যদি অহিত বিষাক্ত হয় তা উহা ছেদন করিবেই। You see, forget about those who have affection upon. Even within our own, not the outside body. I like my brother, I like my sister, I love my brother, sister, or wife, or husband, or children. It is outside you. Forget about your own body. Even in your own body, if there is a limb that is with some kind of a poison or some kind that will be dangerous to the rest of the body, it is befitting to be chopped. Forget about my expansion, Prahlad, my son. If other sons are favorable to me, I shall accept them. But my own body, if there is a problem, I will cut. This is what is the niti, this is what is the general principle for everyone. Hiranyakashipu is not telling for himself, this is a general principle. If there is some medicinal value to some herb, even if it is growing in the forest, you have to take care of it. If someone else is favorable to you, then you treat him as your own child. But your own son is against you. He is as good as a limb in your body which is going to spread only poison the rest of the body. Immediately finish that. सर्वैर उपायैर हंतव्यः संभोज शयनासनैः सुहृल्लिङ्गधरः शत्रुर्मुने दुष्टम इवेन्द्रियम। अवशीभूत दुष्ट इंद्रिय যেমন যোগীগণের শত্রু, সুহৃদের বেশধারী এই দুষ্ট প্রহ্লাদও তদ্রূপ আমার পরম শত্রু। He's telling, for a yogi who wants to perform, yogic activities, his uncontrolled senses are his enemies. The enemy of a yogi is his own uncontrolled senses. In a similar manner, this, foolish Prahlad, cruel Prahlad, is my greatest enemy. Just like the uncontrolled sense organs are the enemy, even though sense organs belong to that person, the yogi, but still they are considered as his enemy. In a similar manner, this cruel Prahlad is my greatest enemy. I have no enemy superior to Prahlad. Ataiva bhojan shayan asane বিষাদি প্রয়োগের দ্বারা ইহাকে বধ করতে হইবে। When he is sleeping, or when he is eating, or when he is sitting, whatever he is doing, just give poison to him and kill him. This limb is no more of any use to the body. It is going to, spread in others. Because he had other children also, Ahlad, Anuhlad, other children of Hiranyakasipu, and there are also so many other demoniac boys. And this Krishna consciousness is contagious, isn't it? It's contagious. It spreads like anything, like a world fire. Swami Maharaj started with only 1 or 2 persons, and now there is a world fire, wildfire everywhere. Krishna bhaktas are chanting all day, all night. So it is contagious, extremely contagious. So it has to be cut in the very beginning. If it is not done so, then it is going to spread. I remember my parents told me, now they have also accepted Krishna consciousness, they are also devotees. I remember my parents telling me, when I was studying in Kanpur, at the time I got association with the devotees, and there used to be Bhagavad Gita classes. So I used to attend the Bhagavad Gita classes, I used to listen to Swami Maharaj's lectures, and I used to share with my parents that every Sunday there is Bhagavad Gita class here. I am hearing, very nice. They were very happy. Oh, our child is hearing Gita, etc. And then slowly after few days, I told them that I am not eating onion, garlic. So they said, but sometimes you should eat, it's okay, but sometimes you should eat. Slowly they saw that my seriousness in Krishna bhajan is increasing. Then one day, I still remember, one day my mother, I believe, she told me that we did not take very seriously when you told that you are hearing to Bhagavad Gita. If we had stopped you at that time, then probably this situation would not have come. Because, my involvement in Krishna bhajan became more and more serious, and they were observing, my detachment to so many things, not attending family functions, not going to the house, not eating onion, garlic, so many things. They were seeing that, that our child is changing a lot. So one day, out of frustration, I don't know whether it is anger or whatever it is, out of frustration, my mother told me that, we didn't take it so seriously when we heard that you are, associating with the devotees and you are hearing Bhagavad Gita. We thought it is nice, we should hear Bhagavad Gita, but we didn't think that it's going to be so serious. So now it has to be cut at this point. If Prahlad is let to continue in this manner, then he is going to make everyone a devotee. And this madness of Krishna bhakti will be spread everywhere. So therefore, poison him. When he is sleeping, when he is eating, when he is sitting, whatever he is doing, simply poison him and kill him. Prahlad is considered as his own enemy by Hiranyakashipu. भोज्य प्रवृत्ति वस्तुते विषादी अर्पण करियाऊ यहाँ के बद करो. Even if you have to give poison in the food, please don't hesitate, just kill him. यह बोलते चेन सर्वै उपायै जे कोनो प्रकारे यहाँ के बद करा प्रयोजन. By whatever means, whether it is fair or cruel or crooked, whatever it is, use any means to kill this fellow. He is ordering his subordinates. So, as they say, everything is fair in war and love, isn't it? Everything is fair. In love also, in war also. Now, in Hiranyakashipu's case, Prahlad is the greatest enemy. Now there is no dharma, adharma to be seen. There is no, he is my son, he is other son, not to be seen. He is my enemy now. I have to kill him. I don't have to see any fair or unfair means to do it. He is just like a 5-year-old boy. Why to kill him unnecessarily by, giving poison or anything? He did not say. Any means, use any means. If you have to pierce him, if you have to behead him, if you have to give him poison, whatever, just do without any hesitation. He is to be killed instantly. Okay, we will stop here. I have to go to Samadhi temple, take care of it. So we will stop here and then continue tomorrow. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Shri Shri Guru Gauranga गांधर्विका गिरिधारी श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय. परमाराधितम पतित पावन स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति दयित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय. जगत गुरु श्ल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय. परमहंस श्ल गौर किशोरदास बाबा जी महाराज की जय. सच्चिदानंद श्ल भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर महाशय की जय. श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर्ग की जय. श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ, श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. सपरिकर श्री राधा मदन मोहन श्री राधा गोविंद श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ जीव की जय. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय. श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेदव्यास महामुनि की जय. श्री श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय. समागत भागवत श्रवणकारी भक्तवृंद की जय. श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. प्लीज Hare Krishna.